Hey, what's up, people? Here, Casey again in Comics Anime from Entertainment, better known as C.A.F.E. Today with Coach Ace once again, helping me out with another video. And today, we're gonna be doing something different. Even though we're gonna be talking about superhero, but let's talk about She-Hulk. There's been 2 episodes already, and there'll be some backlash. Some people that don't like it, some people liking it. So I said, I thought to myself and said, "Hey, let's talk about this." People are getting interested to know about She-Hulk or what people think. So we saw it, and let's talk about it. What you would think about She-Hulk and all the situation. And like I said before we enter in the podcast, like I said, that she's been, let's say, used in certain ways because she's been used as a I don't know, like because of her strength. But in the first episode, like she didn't want to this clash between her and Bruce Banner, like who's better at being a Hulk. And I want to know what you think about these 2 episodes.
So do you hear me? You good? All right, perfect. Yeah, I want to make sure that you're hearing me. So the question was like, what do I think of her being as a She-Hulk or the
Yeah, in general,
controversy?
what you think? Because,
Uh,
like I said, in the first episode, is her not wanting to be a superhero. Like I don't want to be a superhero. I study so hard to be an attorney, and I don't want to be named or labeled as a superhero just because of your fault. Being now, I'm considered a superhero. That point of view, I don't know. Start
is
from
that
there.
is it is that she's actually not a superhero?
Okay.
She's not a superhero. She has the potential to become a superhero. She has
Hmm.
the potential to transform into the She-Hulk. She has the strength as the Hulk. She has even better control than what the Hulk had at the beginning. She has that full um symbiotic, peaceful, harmonic, sense of being both the what is it, Jennifer Walters and the She-Hulk all in one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right? But in the eyes of society, she's being noticed as a superhero, but she's
Hmm.
not. She's just a mutant. This is like I mean, like, it's not the first time they bring a mutant to the Marvel universe,
Hmm.
but this is the first time they actually show a mutant who doesn't want to use their powers to become or a superhero or a villain. She just wants to live her life.
Okay. So your point of view is like she's a mutant just because she um used the blood of, well, basically, yeah,
It
basically
was an
she's
accident, right?
it was an accident. So
She got cut, he got cut. Now she's the She-Hulk.
yeah,
Let me train you. And she trained wonderfully. She excelled in
yeah,
everything that Bruce Banner took him years to master.
man. But that was so. I don't know. From my point of view, I didn't like that much because it's like she excelled it too easy. I mean, at least give it a couple of episodes so we can see that growth. But no, in the same freaking episode, that's it.
We gotta understand, like the Hollywood version, right? It takes one person to build a business, to build anything, months and maybe even years, right?
Yep.
But Hollywood just cuts it off. Who knows if they were there for 3, 5, 6 months? But they got to cut it down into like 30 to 40 minutes, right?
What? No, you can see what's on the same day. I think. I was like, what the heck is going on?
that's what I,
Something
that's
going on, G.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like let's like for anybody, the for society and for human beings, for the real deal out there, for reality, it'll take
Mhm.
you X amount of time. But in Hollywood, they need to cut that time
Yeah,
into
I know, I know.
the fixed time frame. Like, hey, we need her to excel in everything in 40 minutes, dudes. Let's make it happen. Chop chop.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that they tried
But
to explain.
but
Oh, my
she
bad.
even explains it. She even explains it in one of the parts where, like, um Bruce
Yeah,
is telling,
she explained it.
yeah, you know,
You
she
want me
says,
to show you how she explained it?
yeah, go for it.
All right, all right. Brace yourself, my brother.
I have been analyzing your blood, and the way it synthesized gamma, I was able
Wait for
to
it.
use it to completely heal my arm.
Oh,
Here he goes.
better than you?
Because I'm better than you. Come on, bro. Come
No,
on, bro. Don't
no,
give me that.
she explains about being the Hulk, he's triggered by
Mhm.
social behaviors, right? You get too angry, you lose your temper, and that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. She's
Yeah.
actually there's these 5 personality traits that are this is a psychological aspect. So we got to take She-Hulk as we got to study her psyche, right? She's a female. Number one, it's female, and you guys have noticed. I mean, like we have to say this
Watch
is,
it. Watch it.
and I'm
You're
saying it.
stepping
Yes,
on
it's,
shelled eggs right now. Come on,
no,
man. Watch it. I don't want no
I,
problem with my female audience, bro.
no,
I don't want to get I don't
it
want to
is
get them mad at me.
it is totally directed for female power, female empowerment, fully on it. Let's show society what's happening with the females out there, even today. Like the second episode, she lost her job. She's a
Yeah.
female, a very powerful lawyer, not just physically now and mentally, but well prepared educationally, right?
But it
But
wasn't not because of her educational purpose, because she transformed into the Hulk.
yes,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's a liability. And the only and you see when they contracted her as the new lawyer, they contracted her not as Jennifer Walters, they contracted the She-Hulk.
Yep. I like that.
The She-Hulk. And as she's walking into the office, dude, you can see how the sexist aspect is portrayed.
Yep.
And she's even talking to the camera, like in third person, right? Like, hey, I bet you these guys didn't have to go through everything that I'm going through,
Man,
you
come
know?
on. Man, that
So
was
I
so
and that's what we have to acknowledge, like there is this tendency and this social status of, females have been struggling for their rights for a long time. They've been fighting for their equality in every aspect. But to a certain level, we have to be honest, there are certain deeds that are out there that a female will never fill in. And I mean, like, it's a reality. It's a reality. There's certain things that a female might be able to do, but will she really do it? You know, and I'm not talking about, oh yeah, there's like a female can do this. Let's say, for example, and this is just out of the blue. How many female garbage pickers, garbage men, garbage people are out there picking up garbage at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? How many bricklayers? How many construction workers? Not engineers, bricklayers, people picking up, mixing cement. How many females are out there?
not many.
So if we're talking about,
I don't know how much, but
I don't
I'd
know how
say
much
not
either, and I'm
many.
not, like I said, I'm
I'm
walking
not.
on, how
I
you
don't
say
want
I'm walking on
to give you that spot.
eggshells right now. I'm walking on eggshells because the reality is that there are certain um employments that a female will never choose to do.
He ain't lying.
You
You ain't
know,
lying, bro.
but yeah, and you can see it in this series. Like, hey, she became a lawyer. She became the She-Hulk. And since she became a lawyer out of her blood, sweat, and tears and education and her building this, right now her She-Hulk transformation has made her alter her personality, not just internally, but socially.
Yep. Everybody knows who she
Mhm.
is now. It's out there.
And that's why there's like this thing called the in the psychology of the big 5 personality traits. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No, brother. I'm sorry.
All right, so there's 5
Go
personality
ahead.
traits that everybody has in this world, right? Every human being has this, right? There's just different levels of how you have them. You have openness. Let's start with openness. Openness is a person that has it's very if they have high openness, they're very creative. They love to try new things. They're focused on tackling new challenges, happy to think about abstract concepts and stuff like that. If it's low, right? If they're not really high and if they're really low in openness, they dislike change. They do not enjoy new things. They resist new ideas. They're not very imaginative, and they do not like abstract or theoretical concepts. So if we
Yep.
look at and if we look at uh Jennifer Walters and the She-Hulk, right? Let's compare these two characters because they're two different characters in one. Difference
Mhm.
between Bruce Banner and Jennifer Walters is that Bruce Banner actually fused both of them where he's in peace with both aspects.
Yep.
Jennifer Walters,
Smart
right?
Hulk.
She-Hulk excelled in everything. She didn't excel, and that's where I was. That's where I was getting this conversation towards. She did not excel. She excelled in controlling the beastful aspect, the primal aspect of the mutation of the She-Hulk, but the
Okay.
social aspect that Bruce Banner did, that has control mentally, physically, and emotionally, he excels even more than her because right now she's
Oh,
being tested.
thank you. Thanks. Thank you for that. It's true. It's true.
Because right now she's being tested. Right now, what in this second episode,
Yeah.
they put her um to
Emily Blonsky.
represent the
Yeah.
abomination.
Represent GLK, JLK, something like that.
hmm
Yep.
And right now, because she has to be the She-Hulk in this case, she is in the aspect of her personality trait of openness, the She-Hulk in her, and both of them, right? Jennifer Walters is not liking this. She does
Hmm.
not want to, she's not open for this challenge. She's not willing to go for this because there is, like she says, a conflict of interest. It's not just a conflict of interest because he got tried to kill her brother. It's just because she's
Her
gonna have
cousin.
to
Cousin.
her my bad. Yes, her cousin. It's just because she does not want to be a superhero lawyer. Being the She-Hulk in a court of law is not something that she envisioned in her life.
Yep.
You know?
Got you. Got you.
Second trait, we have the conscientiousness. Conscientious people spends their time preparing, finishes important tasks right away, pays attention to details, enjoys having a set schedule, and that's being a high conscientious person, right? Jennifer Walters is a high conscientious person. She spends her time preparing for every freaking case that she gets. She finishes
Yep.
the task right away. She's hands on, paying attention to every detail. Her aspect of being her training to become a lawyer, she required to be highly conscientious. But right now, being the She Hulk,
Mm.
is she's her balance is totally down. It's totally low. She's just liking the structure that she's getting into. She's making a mess. She's going into unknown territory. Because as Jennifer Walters, she's good. She knows what she's getting into. But as the She-Hulk lawyer,
Hmm.
yeah, the superhero representative, unless the people that had contracted her, what did you remember the name of the company that contracted her?
GLK and H. GLK and H. Sorry.
So and this is what GLH and K is doing, is they're just preparing her for failure. They're
Hmm.
really testing her patience, and she is not wanting to
With
do
that
that.
first case, imagine.
Yeah.
And they're testing not only that, it's just that they know that Emil Blonsky tried to kill Bruce. So basically, like you said, they're setting her up for failure. So
So
yeah.
the third aspect is the extroversion. The extroversion is that person that is extrovert, right? somebody that's out there, loves the spotlight, loves to shine, loves to be the center of attention, always dominating in the conversation. As a lawyer, again, I'm putting these two characters because they are one, but they are two different personalities, right? As Jennifer Walters, as a lawyer, she requires to be the center of attention to grasp the jury's attention.
And now that you said that one, we see that one every time that she breaks the fourth wall, that she talks with the people in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You got it right.
Yeah,
She does that every time. I mean,
exactly.
when she's in no, yeah, she does it when she's in Jen Walters too.
Yeah, and she does it when
Ooh,
she's Jen Walters. She does it when she's getting into a stressful moment or when she's
mm,
really excited because being the center of attention, like, oh wow, I'm gonna win this big
yeah,
case,
when
but
she's
I'm
going
also the
on that
She-Hulk.
case
Mm-hmm.
the first time, yeah,
Yep. Yep.
she was narrating everything, and then when she went to the JLK and H, yeah, got you. It's true. It's true.
But then you see the She-Hulk, she does not want to be the spotlight. As the She-Hulk, she prefers to be the Jennifer Walters human being, not super strong She-Hulk representing someone else. So
Mhm.
so did she excel? I'm gonna keep on asking. This is a rhetorical question. Do not answer it. I'm just bringing it out there. Did she excel in actually becoming fully harmonized and symbiotically one with the She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters? I really don't think so, buddy. I really don't think so. All right. We have two more personality traits that I want to bring up. The fourth one is agreeableness. Agreeableness is a person that has great deal with interest in other people, cares about others, feels empathy and concern. And dude, as a superhero, you must be super agreeable to be able to help other people, to stand up and defend other. That's the level of agreeableness that you require to become a
That's what
superhero.
happened when her father tried to talk to her. Are you okay? Yeah, I didn't want people to get hurt. And that's what she wanted to agree to save people's lives.
Hmm.
So whether you like it or not, she is a freaking superhero.
Exactly. I mean, like, she has the potential to be one.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
she want to access it? That's the real deal. Because she looks at herself right now as, wait a minute, I've struggled, I've strived, I fought to become this amazing lawyer, and now that I'm the She-Hulk, it's super easy to be the spotlight. It's super easy to be popular, super easy to be a superhero.
Hmm.
An accident, a freak of nature. Now she gets everything she wants without having to work for it. She has not made peace with that, you know. And the last trait is neuroticism. Neuroticism is a person that experiences a lot of stress and worries about many different things, gets upset easily, experiences dramatic shifts in moods, feels anxious, struggles to bounce back and from stressful moments. So, and here's where I bring Bruce Banner. Every time Bruce Banner was a super neurotic because he was a simple scientist doing his thing. You leave him in a lab, he's freaking amazing. You take
Yep.
him outside after he became the Hulk, and the littlest thing that made him feel anxious, made him feel rage, his mood swing, boom, he'll become the Hulk.
Yep.
Now let's talk about Jennifer Walters. She's not very neurotic because she's a very calm person. So that's a person that is emotionally stable, is very low in neuroticism, right? So let's put it like this. You know that we all have a family member that is no deje que se moje en la lluvia, sécale el pelo antes que se duerma. Don't let them get wet in the rain. Don't You got to dry her hair before she goes to sleep because she's going to get sick. That's a high level of neuroticism. She's getting anxious for little things, right? Jennifer Walters has a calm, stable level of neuroticism. Her neuroticism is super low. But becoming the She-Hulk, her neuroticism isn't triggering the She-Hulk because it's already out there. It's triggering her as a social being, not as the superhero. How
Yeah.
can I be supportive and of society as the She-Hulk when, as Jennifer Walters, I was doing great things? Now, as a She-Hulk, they want me to do greater things. So if
Yeah.
I was here as Jennifer Walters, I have to be up here as the She-Hulk, and I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to bring her up here.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe you're right. Maybe. But hey, we haven't finished the series, so let's see what they're gonna do with her.
I
So
know the series is super fresh. It's right. It's 2 episodes. The comic is old. I mean, like we could bring in the comic once the series is over, right? So let's just keep on. I think this is my opinion. Let's keep on seeing how they develop this character, right? Once
yep.
the first season's over, then we could, do a little research on the comic,
Yeah.
on the personality of what they're trying to portray now, Marvel's franchise with She-Hulk, and what they used to portray her as. Because I don't think, and this is something that don't quote me on this, but I don't think that in the comics she was portrayed as that female
No.
figure that like fought for female rights and stuff like that.
No. No. She was. I think she was. Hey, I haven't read it, so what I'm guessing because Bruce Banner saved her life by a blood transfusion. I know about that. That is a fact. But I think because she was timid, then transform into the She-Hulk, she become more how you say that? Let me not uh, more firm person, more
Assertive.
assertive. Yeah,
Mhm.
thanks. Yeah, more assertive. That's the word. So I think it's a difference between it's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of stuff in the
Mhm.
comics. Here, I don't see many difference. It's just like a little twitch. It's just like she turns green or bigger, and but she still that has that same attitude. Like I'm better than you. I'm doing this, and I know I can do this. But now that
And
she's forced to being She-Hulk, is different. It's
exactly.
like what? Okay.
Exactly. And that's why I brought up the five personality traits, because it's literally psyching her out, not physically, emotionally, but more mentally. Like
Mentally.
this is not my character. This isn't who I truly am.
Yep.
I'm Jennifer Walters. You guys want me to be this super awesome She-Hulk. And in the second episode, at the end, when you finish seeing all those small credits, they're using her super strength,
Lifting the car, putting the TV, bringing some
the
water
five, yeah,
cannons,
the
something like
big
that.
jugs of 5 pounds.
Big
She has
jokes. Yeah.
5 of them, and that's exactly what she's trying to avoid. That they look at her as a tool. She's much more than a tool. No, she's not just the brute strength that can lift the car and carry five
Yeah.
jugs of, what is it, 5 gallons of water each one, which is a total of what, 50 or 100 gallons. Look at that.
She got six. Yeah,
She got, oh
six.
my, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like her role is what she's trying to let people know, and this is where I believe, and this is my opinion, I believe that she's struggling. Like, I'm not just this strong beast. I'm an intellectual human being that has worked really hard to be part of a social status that I'm still working on.
Yep.
But
Got
what
you.
do-
Got
what
you.
what, what do you think, brother?
I'm I'm just saying like, hey, the first episode didn't like it that much. The second is getting there, but it's still slow burn to see how she'll grow as a person. Like you said, we're still fresh. I mean, let's see. I mean, let me see the rest of the series, and when we finish, we can compare and see if it's getting better or not. So for now, I'm just saying, like, hey, it's a little bit, I can see why people have a backlash at her in the first episode because I'm better and comparing with Bruce Banner, not men, just Bruce Banner, and like I'm better than you. That didn't sit quite well with most of the old school comic people. Like, hey man, well, why you throwing shade at us like that? You know, like,
But I think it's because they didn't acknowledge the like the 5 personality traits that she's really struggling with,
yeah,
right?
that's why I brought you here, because you like to dig deep into those type of details, and maybe people don't know. That's why I brought you here. So
Mhm.
thanks again, brother, for helping me out. Certain this character of She-Hulk. So let's see what's up in the next episode. So people, thanks again, Ace, for being here, Coach Ace. Anything else you want to
Nah, I'm
like?
good. I'm good. I'm excited to see how they develop this character, and I'm excited to sit down again and talk about the She-Hulk as she evolves in the series.
Yeah, let's see what's up. So people, if you like the content, remember to subscribe. Just press like to help out in any way you can. Just press like, and that helps a lot in the algorithm. And also subscribe to the channel and press that thumb bell. So leave a like, comment. So like we say always,
Peace.
peace.